Hi, this is Chad Griffith, and today we're looking at what I call a finished outline and how it differs from a beginning outline and how we get from one to the other. In the previous video, you looked at drafting a really basic outline that was nothing more than a simple sketch of what your paragraphs were to become. So let's look a little at that process. Here in step 4, you had a sample of a beginning outline. I'm going to open it and also open what we're looking at more so today, and that is the finished outline. These should not be in your actual paper different documents. So the basic outline, the beginning outline, becomes the finished outline. So here, looking at that starting process, we would have our opening paragraph, and we would replace this content with the opening paragraph. We would actually write it. Here, we have estimated that since we were working in chronological order, that our first support paragraph would be about the Revolutionary War. So this is where we would start this off by actually writing about it. So we may say, the Revolutionary War was the first war in modern history, and we would continue writing there, and we would go to our resources, which are already part of the paper, because the first thing we wrote was our annotated bibliography in the form of a works cited page. So we would go to these resources and find material, find the material about the Revolutionary War from as many of these as we could, and after analyzing it or looking at it closely, we would then synthesize new information by putting it together in the form of a strong paragraph about the Revolutionary War here. And that would hopefully look something like this. So we have that opening paragraph, which we haven't written yet. Oh yeah, we have. Here it is. We have this opening paragraph, followed by a paragraph about the Revolutionary War. As we continue drafting and taking this simple outline and turning it into a much more complex outline, we can do things like get rid of this heading and go ahead and throw an indent in there, but those aren't really that important yet. We're still working with what is the development of a full-scale rough draft out of our basic outline. So just another recap, each of these paragraphs started not as us just randomly writing, but they started as a simple outline where we took the information that we had in our works cited page, put it together in our brains and on paper to come up with a good idea of how we would organize our paper, put that rough organization in the form of an outline, and then began on that same document, began to flesh out the simple points on the outline into real paragraphs. They don't have to be good paragraphs yet. They can be just extended thoughts. They can be horribly written sentences. That's fine. But make sure you keep track of where they're from in terms of your resources. And once each of those rough points from the outline has become a paragraph, you have finished what I refer to as a finished outline. And from it, we begin the polishing process to take it from the rough draft that it really is into the finished draft, which we'll look at later. All right, so you have taken a beginning outline, turned it into a finished outline, and have it ready to continue writing as we go through.